everybody, it's Outland. How you doing? It's October. It's late October 2011. It's starting to get cold out, starting to snow in some areas of the country. So I think my backpacking days for the season are over till spring, unfortunately. Still trying to maybe do some hikes, but as far as backpacking, I probably won't be doing much more. But what I wanted to talk to you about today was some of the things that I typically have in my pack when I'm backpacking. And I've kind of expanded upon my collection of items, if you want to say it that way, as far as some things I've added since my last trip, earlier in this year. Um, but this is by no means everything that I take with me, but just some of the key essential items. So it's going to be kind of a quick overview, but I wanted to just give you a quick overview of this and see what people thought. Have people comment and kind of tell me, hey, you're packing the right stuff or you're not. So just want to kind of go over some things with you real fast and see what you think. So have a look. Okay, I'll start off with my clothes in here. Typically I try to take just a few pairs of pants. Some good hiking quality things like that. Pants I take are I have these Columbia titanium pants. I also have a pair of Silver Ridge 2 pants by Columbia. I don't have anything really expensive as far as pants go. Pants can get outrageously expensive. I've seen them as much as $200, $300, $400. I don't see a reason to spend that kind of money on something like that unless you're really, depending on it for your survival. But typically I'll also take some of these shirts, like this Marmot shirt here, moisture wicking, lightweight, just that's the key thing. You want a polyester synthetic material that's moisture wicking. I also have some North Face shirts like this and some Columbia shirts. And you shop around for things like this, and this is a summer shirt. It's a warm weather cooling shirt, but you could wear a long sleeve something underneath it. I have an Under Armour shirt that's the same kind of material, but it's also moisture wicking. That I could wear this in. I could actually wear this in the winter if I layered these things properly, or not the winter, but fall and spring, cooler weather. You also want to take with you, of course, essential items such as a good pair of wool socks, good hiking socks. These are smart wools. Definitely invest. You don't have to buy a bunch of socks, but 2 or 3 pairs of really good socks are going to make all the difference. And you want something that's going to be, the great thing about wool socks like this, they are cool when it's hot out. They're warm when it's cold out. They're amazing. Wool is just an amazing material, and it's just amazing. And you get these things wet. They will bog you down a little bit, but they dry pretty quickly. Wool is just a merino wool. It's just an amazing thing. I also have these silk liner socks. These are from REI. I found these on sale, $6. I'm one of the people who like having the liner socks to reduce the friction between these and your foot. You've got something in between. It's silky. These do snag real easily. Make sure you cut your toenails. You could just rip them into shreds. But I'm an advocate of the double layer for sure. When it's really cool, I have these. And for mountain excursions, I have these REI fleece gloves. These are great, really warm. And I have this North Face beanie, which has a fleece liner here. It's been a really nice hat. I've actually had this for a while, and I've worn it several different places. I wore it out to the Rockies, and I've washed it a couple times, and it's still retained its shape. And it's been a really good hat. And I just got that at the outlet, North Face outlet. So obviously, I don't have my boots here. I would show you my boots, but I don't have them out. Looking for a new pair of boots over the off season here. I'm looking for some Merrell or Keen. If anybody has any suggestions on boots that they like, if they suggest something in a mid or a low cut hiking shoe, that's what I'm looking for. Just going to move on to the cooking and essential items. This is the MSR Pocket Rocket Stove. I haven't actually used this in the field. I just got this, but it's I've heard nothing but good things about it. I did light it up in the backyard with the fuel canister, and it got blazing hot really fast. It was an amazing thing. So I'm looking forward to getting to actually use this puppy out here in the field. That along with the GSI Micro Duelist Halulite cook set. This is an amazing thing too. Also have not used this in the field yet. But I'm not going to take it out. I'll do a separate review on it. But it has 2 containers, 2 bowls and 2 cups, and plus the pot. It's an amazing, very innovative and creative cook set, and it's all compact. Everything compacts down there. You can actually, if you take 1 bowl, you can fit this with it. Just put everything in here all together. So it's a great. It comes with also 2 sporks, which I don't use. I actually use this Light My Fire titanium spork. I've taken this on several different trips with me. This is an amazing piece of equipment. Titanium's so light, it's durable, it's going to last you forever. Just invest in titanium. And the spork concept to me is awesome. I think this is so great. It's 1 utensil, but you've got a knife, you've got a fork, you've got a spoon. You couldn't ask for anything else. And you're not going to lose anything. You're going to want 1 piece. Just keep track of that. For hygiene, MSR pack towel. It's a great little item. This is the pack towel personal. These are a little pricey. Got this at REI, but they're worth it. They dry fast, and you just need that for extra hygiene. Lighting, I have this Petzl Tika 2 Plus light. It's really good. I don't know how many lumens it is. I can't tell you, but it's a very bright light. I did a review separately on this, and it's an excellent light. It's got several different modes. It's got a night mode. It's got the red night vision for if you don't want a super bright light out there. And then it has 2 light modes. It's an amazing piece of equipment, and obviously an essential. Every backpacker needs to have a headlamp, for sure. Survival item. This is the Swedish Fire Steel Light My Fire. With the striker and the bar. I haven't really had much luck with this, but I do carry it just in case. I will still carry a lighter for sure if I want to have a fire. But this is a good backup if you absolutely have no other way to start a fire. I've modified this one. I actually took off the cheap little cord that it came with, and I added some Army paracord, and this is a safety whistle clasp that I bought. And you can buy you get some really good deals on these kind of things. Lighthound.com has all these little clasps and things for paracord that you can get any different size, and these whistle type things, and they're cheap. And I don't recommend buying the paracord from Lighthound. I haven't had good luck from them. I usually get my paracord somewhere else, like cheaperthandirt.com has really good deals on paracord. So speaking of that, I have 50 feet of this is military grade 550 paracord. Always take that with you. I always have it with me. It's an amazing piece of equipment. You never know what you're going to need rope for or cordage. And there's so many things you can do with paracord. You can use this to hang your bear bag. You can use that. You can take the strands out and fish with the lines inside. And there's all kinds of things you can do with it. So definitely carry paracord for sure. Going to some of the bigger items in my pack. This is the Kelty Go pillow. I always take this with me. I just like having a pillow. I love camping. I love being in a tent, but I also like some of the comforts of home, and this is one of those comforts of home. It's like this was a cheap little item. These are $10. I got this at Target actually. The Kelty Go pillow, and it's it compresses down into this little sack, but it's about double, triple this size when you pull it out and uncompress it. I don't know how good the quality is yet. I haven't had any problems with it, but I don't know how long it'll last me. But it's cheap enough that I can go buy another one if something happens. Speaking of sleeping, this is my tent pad that I've been using, and yes, it is archaic. This is the Thermarest Ridge Rest pad. I've had this thing for, 15 years, and I'm still using it. And it's huge, and it's kind of obtrusive, and it doesn't really go well on my pack. It will go on my pack. I'll show you in a minute here where I put it, but I'm trying to save up for a Thermarest, and self-inflatable mattress because the ones I've seen are just amazing, and they compress down to the size of like these Kelties or smaller. They're amazing. But this thing served me well. I've usually used it before for car camping, but I've used it for backpacking too, and it works just fine. It's pretty fairly comfortable. Keeps you off the ground, keeps you warm. It's not bad at all. This is the Eureka. I don't have it out. This is a Eureka Copper Ridge sleeping bag. Um, it's a fairly cheap bag. It's not super high quality. I think I paid 50 or $60 for it. It's rated to 30 degrees, and I'll tell you, anything in below 40 degrees, this thing's pretty darn cold. I actually took it out last November camping overnight, and it got down in the 20s and with the snow and ice, and thought I was going to freeze to death. It offered me no warmth whatsoever. Um, I was just absolutely frozen. So this is something I'm definitely going to upgrade when I get some more money. Put aside, but it's right now it's not a huge priority. I'm not camping out this winter. I'm probably not going to be doing anything till March or April at this point when the weather breaks a little bit. But sleeping bag is such an essential item, and to have something cheaper like this, I like Eureka as a brand. You'll see here in a minute in my tent, but I'm thinking investing something just higher quality, even going down the route of down. This would be perfect in the middle of summer. I think this thing would be great. But just not in super cold weather. Speaking of tents, this is my Eureka Apex tent. I've had this for about 11 years. It's been a great tent. Eureka, they are a good brand. Like I said, they make some good quality products, and they're not super high expensive. But this is something that I've been wanting to upgrade for a while because it's just getting kind of old, and I've used it so much that it's just starting to wear, and just from storage and everything. Plus, it's just not quite as big as I'd like. So for the camping trips, it doesn't have any vestibules. It's older, so it doesn't have that. So I'm looking to upgrade this. I'm looking right now at the Marmot Limelight 3-person tent, which has 2 vestibules, 2 doors, which is something this does not have. It has 1 door. It has no vestibules. It's just basic, camping. But the rainfly covers it well. It's good and waterproof. I seam sealed this a couple times, and it's always kept me dry. I've been in some driving rains with this thing and some wind, and it's been good to me. It's a good tent, and it'll be my good backup tent. It'll probably be something I will pass on to my boys to have when they're camping with me. But yeah, definitely going to look to upgrade that. Something else I have on hand here, just to put all my stuff in, these REI storage sacks, these little ditty bags. These are like $15 for a package of 3 at REI. They're not, dry bags. They're not, waterproof, but they work, and it keeps everything organized in your pack very well. And finally, onto my pack, which is I just got last year. Actually, I'm sorry, this year in February. It's the Osprey Kestrel 48. It's something I finally did go quality on. Was my pack for backpacking because I didn't have a decent pack at all. I had a day pack, which was a North Face Recon pack, which is I still use for day packing or day hiking. I'm sorry, but I wanted to go with a really good pack that's kind of kick in gear, upgrading my equipment to the higher quality stuff. So Osprey, amazing brand. This is a super high quality pack. It holds a lot of stuff. It's really easy to pack. The materials are really strong and durable. It's backed by Osprey's lifetime almighty guarantee. Basically, if anything happens to this thing, within reason, if it comes, the seams come undone or something, I can send it back to them. They'll fix it for me. If they can't fix it, they'll send me a brand new one. So Osprey is an amazing brand. These are a little pricey. These are well into the $150 range. I got it on sale. But you're going to pay for quality, and if you do something like this, my feeling is you need to spend the money to have the right equipment, because your life can be dependent on this equipment. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're out in the mountains. I took this out in the Rockies with me, and I wouldn't have wanted anything else. I felt safe with this pack on my back. So, the quality is good. Also, along with it, another Osprey product, I just wanted to show you this. Can't really see it very well, but this is the Osprey Hydroform Reservoir, which I bought it specifically for this pack. I had a platypus, dromedary bladder in my in this pack before, and those work fine. I actually really like the platypus pack bag, but it doesn't fit very well in this the way this is shaped. This bag, it can really deform the shape of this bag, especially when you start getting it packed full of things. So if the Hydroform Reservoir is made specifically for these Osprey packs, and it's made to spread out the water distribution, so it will stay flat. It won't deform this airscape area. It won't deform any of this pad that's against your back. It'll keep everything contained very well. And the really other neat thing about this is it comes with a magnetic clip that actually goes onto the sternum strap. So if you're wearing this thing, you can clip it on there. It's not going to flop around and fly around while you're walking. It's going to stay right there in place. So it's again, a little pricey for this piece of equipment, but it's definitely worth it. So I do recommend the Hydroform Reservoir. I recommend it with the Osprey. I don't have a lot of other packs to compare it to. I know Deuter is a good brand, and there's a couple others that are really, really good quality, like McGregory. But I really like Osprey. I'm a huge proponent of them, and they've been really, really good to me so far. So that's my spread, everybody. That's, obviously I've missed some things like toiletries and all those kinds of things that everybody normally takes on a backpacking trip. You don't need me to show you that. You should know that already. But please feel free to comment. Let me know what you think about my gear here, what I need to upgrade. What's the next? Basically, what's the next essential thing I need to upgrade? In your opinion? I'd really appreciate any feedback anybody could give me. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.